a yard sale article. What I mean by that is, over a period of years, the town has developed a program that we call the yard sale.
Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, town manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. So I'm showing you this special streaming new feature on Gino's iPhone 5. And not my iPhone 5, unfortunately. It might be soon if I don't give it back to you.
That's true.
And so, Gino, tell us a little bit about this.
That is live right now. The quality is unbelievable. You can watch it anywhere in the world now. You just go to GinoTV.com and click on the Watch It Live button. Soon there'll be a Gino TV app.
Yep.
So that all you have to do is go to just download the app. But of course you can watch clips.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have over
the selectmen's meeting.
Yep, that was live last night, or 1 hour delay. So it streams anywhere, so people anywhere can watch it.
I wanted to play around with that last night because Gino texted me and said, "Tell them that you can watch the meeting," and but I couldn't work it in.
Oh yeah.
And but the one time I tried to do it, tried to watch the meeting on my phone, the volume wasn't turned down.
Oh boy.
It was really embarrassing.
It was a little loud.
Yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble.
So anyway, we have, you know, last month alone we had 2,200 views.
Wow.
Okay.
2,200 views?
2,200 views and 12,000 viewable minutes.
Wow. What's a viewable minute?
What does that
mean?
Add up 60 into 12 minutes.
You could watch 12,000 minutes of stuff?
12 people sat and watched 12,000 minutes.
I see. Okay.
In a month.
Okay. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
there it
do I
is.
have to give
Go
it
to
back?
GinoTV.com and watch the show. You
I'm
can't. No, you have to give it back.
An iPhone 5 is so much more fun than an iPhone 4.
That's why they're selling like crazy.
I know.
You'll get one.
Yeah, sure. Like that maybe when I get a new car.
Okay. Didn't you just get?
No,
Oh.
I've had my car for 10, 11, for I don't know, 10 years.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway. Board meeting,
Ooh.
Selectmen, last night. Oof. We had a long one. Well, not too long, certainly not the longest ever, but we had a lot of stuff going on. So, for announcements, we have no board meeting next Wednesday, the 30th, 5th Wednesday, don't meet usually. We had a few announcements. There is an open space survey that the planning office has put out there. It's on the town website, it's on the INM website, and we're really hoping that people will complete the survey and get it in. It closes Friday, tomorrow. We talked a bit about Phase 2B, the downtown sewer rehab project that's starting. They're mobilizing now, and the actual construction, I think, starts on Monday, not the 28th, the Monday after that, the 4th, I think that is, and it'll start at India and Center. Okay, so be aware of that. There will be traffic detours probably from time to time. There is a map and other information on the website. So if you are a business in that area, you should be monitoring what is going on with that project. And you can call anytime out to DPW and find out what's going on that day. We also talked about the bridges, Millie's Bridge and Massasoit Bridge. There is work going on to those bridges. They will be impassable for periods of time. That is also going to go on the website. There's a notice in the paper, and abutters, to my knowledge, have been contacted and told about this. So if you are affected by that, you need to pay attention to what is going on with those bridges, and you can call DPW, look at the website, and the information should be there. That work starts, I think, I don't remember when that was coming up. I didn't bring the notice, but in a week or two, I believe. Okay, then we did, we had a gift acceptance of sorts from the Nantucket Hunting Association. They've gotten a special permit from the planning board for their shooting facility out behind the airport area. And one of the requirements of the special permit was they need to improve the roads out there, some of the roads. Industry Road and Shadbush Road is what they're called. And technically the town has to accept the gift. The county did action on that as well. We had a request from the Castle Group. They are going to be blocking a portion of Ash Lane over here off of North Water Street for a period of time from today, well, I guess it was meant to be yesterday, this week, through March 10th. So where the Whaler Guest House building was, that corner, they're going to be doing, that's going to be shut off. You will not be able to go up that street. You can, if you're a resident, you can come down from Center And of course, emergency vehicles will be able to get through if need be. And the sewer rehab project will be involving that area, so we're going to try to coordinate the work with them.
What is it?
They're doing a redo of the Whaler Guest House
Oh.
place. I don't know if I'm calling it the right thing, but it's on the corner of North Water and Ash Lane. We had a whole bunch of real estate stuff last night. I can't even begin to go through what it was. It was yard sale stuff. It was deed acceptances for roadways and easements and all this type of thing. That all of these things have already been approved by town meeting. This is the action town meeting authorizes, and then somewhere along the line you do the action if the board so wants to. And they agreed to do all of these things. So there were tons of real estate stuff, but we got through it pretty expeditiously, I would say. And then we had a public hearing on amending town traffic rules and regulations. And the item that the board was talking about, and this came up a couple of months ago, was should we limit residential parking permits? Residential parking permits are issued to people who have property in the residential core parking district, which is basically the 2-hour zone, and they can get an unlimited number of permits. As it turns out, as we got into the discussion, I think there was some thinking that we needed to have a little bit more information about actually how many people, like from one particular property, how many permits do they really get? Do they get 10? Do they get 2? What do they get? And so we need to do a little more analysis, I think, of this. So the board's general concept was to take a look at some specific items, and then I think we come back to them. So they didn't actually amend the traffic rules and regs. They also talked about the idea of whether or not the permits are limited. Maybe the first 1 or 2 are whatever the rate is now, $50, I think. But any more than that, and the price goes up to something else, 100, 150, I don't know. They didn't really talk about a number, but it would go up. Then we got into the taxi regulations.
That was some good TV.
I bet that was some good TV.
I enjoyed watching it on Gino TV Live.
Gino TV Live. Yeah, I bet you did enjoy that.
It was on my phone. It was really good.
Well, I am not going to critique the entire hearing.
But they can watch it Sunday.
But they can watch it
Sunday night again.
Sunday night again.
At 8.
And to make a long story short, the board agreed to require meters in the taxi cabs. The fare system has not been brought up yet. They referred that back to town administration in a little group with somebody from the police department, somebody from the taxi community, and a board member to kind of come up with that and bring it back. But the bottom line is we are going to see meters this summer.
Yeah.
So there you go. That took a while, that public hearing, as you might imagine. Took a long time.
Yeah.
We also had a report from the airport about their budget, for their current budget, first 2 quarters, and their projected budget for fiscal 14. Very good discussion. And then we had some discussion about, the fire chief was asked to come in and update us on design plans for the fire station at 4 Fairgrounds Road. If you remember, initially, the public safety facility was supposed to have police and fire in it. We cut out fire at one point because people felt that that design was too expensive at that time. So we agreed we'd do fire later. So now the board is interested in taking a look again at that project for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is how crowded and cramped the fire department is in that building, and that there's not enough storage, there's not enough space for things to be undercover, but also there is some interest by others in that property and maybe using it for something else. I mean, I think we all probably know that there's likely to be interest from Stop and Shop because there has been before, to acquire that property and expand maybe the parking or the store, whatever, to have it, because it's right there. It's literally right next door. And anyway, to make, again, a kind of a long story short, the board agreed that they would like to try to appropriate some of our free cash for fiscal 14 or 13, as the case may be, for design, to finish the design plans for the fire station at the 4 Fairgrounds Road site. So that is going to be coming up. We talked about the warrant for town meeting, and the board adopted the warrant for town meeting. We have a couple of final little formatting and minor wording changes to make. And then we are going to get it on the website, and it will be published in the newspaper next week. The board, okay, so that was about it. By that time, it was like 9:30, and everybody's getting cranky and tired. And that was pretty much it. Mr. DaCosta did mention a while back, the board agreed to seek a demolition permit from the HDC for 20 South Water Street, the old police station next door to the town building. And the board agreed, so he just reported out that he had met with HDC staff about the application and getting that going. So he just reported out on that. Of course, one of the things the HDC likes to see when they're considering a demolition permit is what are the plans for the site. And of course, we don't have plans specifically for that site right now. We had concepts and we had some design plans last year when we were talking about renovating that building, but we don't have anything that we're ready to bring to the HDC and say this is what we want to do. Nowhere near. So that's something that'll have to be dealt with. So Gino, lots of things going on with the budget, the town meeting, departmental activities, you name it, it's happening. Greg and I and 2 selectmen are going to the Mass Municipal Association annual conference this weekend. They have an annual conference in Boston. Lots of town officials, elected officials go to this conference. They have workshop sessions on any number of municipal things. They have a trade show. They have lots of networking opportunities, and people probably think this is boring, but we find it fun to talk to our peers about what is going on with them and their budgets and, stuff. So that is quite exciting that we're going to go to that.
When do you do that?
I'm leaving tomorrow. Greg, I think, is leaving today. It starts tomorrow morning, first thing, like at 9. It's Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And they have the governor.
Would you stay Saturday too?
I am coming back on Saturday.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the workshop stuff. They have workshop stuff in the afternoon. It ends around 5. And they have a big dinner. I'm not going to the Saturday dinner. There's a women elected municipal officials lunch.
Does the governor show up to this?
The governor shows up. He's probably going to talk. They always have an opening speaker. I forget who it is.
You have to be invited to this, though, right? I mean, you have to be, it's not open to the public.
It's not really, you know what, I think if you're a member of the public, you can go, but the conference fee is something like $99 or $129, and you'd have to pay a little more. But why would you? No. You could go. I'm sure they're not going to say you get out of here, but maybe not a lot of people are as interested as we are. Anyway, so yeah, there's lots of dignitaries there, municipal government dignitary types. So that's always very interesting to us. Okay. So we'll report out on that, not next week because we don't have a meeting, but the week after. So guess that's it. That's it. All right. Bundle up. You got it. I would say. More snow coming, maybe? I heard that. I hope I don't get stuck in Boston. I do too. That did happen last year. There was a big snowstorm that weekend. It's always bitterly cold this weekend in Boston. Always. Yeah. I've never been to an MMA meeting conference when it hasn't been totally frigid. Anyway, okay, that's it for now. See you next time.